We're here. And I'm triple chicken today.
You are triple chicken.
Chicken and chicken.
3 times the chicken, 3 times the pollo.
That must be a sign of better things to come. I don't know.
Okay, just think about it, Debriana. The Breaking Bad franchise has been good to you.
Yes, they have. They even gave me the apron to prove it.
As an actor, you've had a good run on there. And I hope you get more.
Very grateful. Me too. I pray that we get to go back to work. All of us.
We're going to go back to work. It's just a matter of time.
Yeah, and how. Everyone's going to have to be more inventive, and, we'll figure it out. Because we will. Because everybody wants stories. Everybody relates to each other through their stories.
Well, I got to tell you, I had a really great meeting today with these women that wrote an amazing script. Jordan Aquino and Rachel Wagner and Sarah and I and our partners in Good West Productions, Steve and Carolyn, we're producing their feature.
Oh, yeah.
And it's fantastic. And we think we're going to be able to make it because it's a small local thing. And I think we can do it stealthily soon. As soon as it gets, if there's a second wave or whatever, that's a whole other thing. But
yeah,
I think we could almost quarantine everybody together and just really knock this one out because all the scenes are very small and intimate. And we started to get so excited at the prospect of being back on set and making things. And so I hope that happens. I know it's going to. I have to believe that it will.
Yeah, it will. It will happen. Because we're look at us, what we're doing. This is episode 67 in a row. 67.
Wow.
We're approaching 70, which then means we'll be close to 100.
That's 4 seasons of television.
I know. We crammed it in day after day. We're so glad you guys are with us day after day after day.
We're sticking it out with us. Thank you.
Well, I have to say, I was watching Hal Sparks today on Twitter. I can see that he's live. So I checked in with him, and he was having technical difficulties today too. So we're in good company is all I can say. Not to mention the porn hacks that are happening out in the world. A Zoom phone call that I was on, a Zoom meeting, got porned by a hacker.
I just had it happen to my messages.
I know, it's just awful. So here we are.
I was so horrified. I was like, ah!
I know, you need to Clorox your brain. Oh gosh, don't say that either. Someone will get a bad idea.
Where did that idea come from?
We're not supporting that. No.
Scratch that.
I read an article today about what to do if you get tear gassed. But I did see.
Oh, a happy article. What do you do?
I know, really. No, today was not a good day. But I did see what I don't know where maybe South Koreans. They were doing when they were getting tear gassed, and they were out there with leaf blowers, and they're blowing the smoke the other way until the person can come and cover the tear gas bomb. It was the coolest thing ever. I'm like, that's freaking brilliant.
Okay, that's total genius. I wouldn't have thought of that in a billion years.
Me either. It was just like, whoa, how smart is that? Now I like leaf blowers.
Yeah, I usually hate them. There's one going on right now in my neighborhood. I'm surprised you can't hear it.
Well, I still have preserved lemons, so I'm going to use them because they need to be used. So y'all are going to have to watch that again. Some kind of use. But you can just use lemon zest and lemon juice, a combination of that. Okay. It's not as fabulous as a preserved lemon, but when this jar's out, we're gonna all learn how to make preserved lemons.
We're gonna do it.
About them.
We're going to do that for an episode.
Yeah, for sure. Because they're just such a wonderful thing to have in your pantry, especially now when you're grilling outside and we're going into that season with fish and chicken on the grill. It's just the best addition.
What you're about to make for me, like when I think about really amazing chicken kebabs, I start to drool. It's just the best summer, tasty, yummy thing.
Yeah, and I'm going to be doing as a side to that. I made Brussels sprouts, and I have these beautiful radishes from my garden that are in oil and garlic and pepper and salt, and I'm just going to roast those on the grill too.
Yummy! Oh, yeah.
So that's what's happening. So I will begin. When you're going to use wooden skewers on the grill, you must soak them first so they don't catch on fire.
Okay, I didn't know that.
Really? So here are my skewers, my wooden skewers, and I'm going to soak them in some water.
Okay.
And I'm just going to let them sit in the water and soak until I need them.
That makes sense. Well, I have some metal skewers, so I haven't used the wooden ones in a while, but I have put the wooden ones on the grill.
It's way better if you soak them first. They don't catch on fire,
Charred.
Oh, I'm so glad we started off on a good space already.
Yes. Well, it's almost like Corona Kitchen is a special place of learning and true confessions, and also it always makes me feel better to hang out with you. And I know it's been so hard the last week. It's been awful.
The last night was seriously hard for me. I cried a lot today. I have to say, I did, and I can't imagine being in anyone else's shoes. I'm so tired of watching this happen in our country day after day. And these are just the people we know about. The children, the women, the men. It's staggeringly awful.
It's hard to live with a broken heart.
Yeah.
About your country.
Yes. Yeah, okay, so I'm gonna do my my little trick of toasting seeds. These are cumin seeds going in my hot pan, my eventually hot pan. This is coriander. I'm gonna do 1.5 of those.
Yum! I just love coriander. I know I say that every time.
I know, and I love cumin.
I love cumin. I love coriander. Those are just beautiful seeds, and they're gonna make such a delish thing for what you're doing.
And so now, then I added white pepper corns. So I decided to leave it an all white palette. So I'm going to toast those, and then I am going to do something that I didn't do before, but because last time I used the crusher thingy.
Yeah,
that's a technical term.
The thingy.
The mortar and pestle. But I'm not going to do that now. I am going to use the thing I always use, actually, which is a retired coffee grinder.
Oh, yes.
That is what I use to actually, most of the time, to grind up spices.
Instead of a mortar and pestle.
Yeah, because it actually really grinds them to a really fine powder. Oh, Lordy, that's smelling good already. Oh, yeah.
You look like you work at Los Pollos Hermanos.
No, I don't. I do not work there. I wouldn't mind going back to work on Breaking Bad, though, should it come back. I'm just saying.
I have to say, I've auditioned so many times and I have never gotten it. I was close one time. It's so upsetting. But I have interviewed on the producing side. I've interviewed Bryan Cranston. I've interviewed Aaron Paul. I've interviewed Giancarlo Esposito.
Oh, wow.
During the time when when I was at Reels Channel, we were literally next door to Breaking Bad's production offices.
Oh,
and
cool.
They came in and did sit-down interviews with us, and it was so fun. They were awesome.
All right, so this is the other thing I'm doing. I happen to have fresh turmeric, so I'm going to use that.
Ooh, I love the way that looks on chicken.
Isn't it so pretty? You obviously do not have to. You could use dried. Okay, so these are toasty. Oh, I wish I had smell-o-vision.
I know, we say that every time. Smell-o-vision would be really good right now.
It would be. These smell fabulous.
Mm.
All right, so I will be making a paste eventually after the spices are all ground up. And so I'm going to use about a cup of whole milk yogurt. Here's me not measuring, Lisa.
Oh my goodness. You're taking a chance.
I am. I'm going Breaking Bad crazy today.
You're Breaking Bad crazy. You're going better for yourself. Okay, so for those who don't know, I'm just going to narrate this while you're cooking.
Okay.
Brianna was awarded the part of Fran, who is a waitress at a diner, and Mike, the character of Mike, is a romantic interest, and they have these great scenes together. What was it like to work with Mike?
Oh gosh, he's so lovely. What a nice man. Very he's quiet.
What's his real name again?
I don't know. I just call him Mike.
I forgot his name. I'll look it up. I feel terrible. But anyway, someone was watching. Look him up. I forget his name. Oh my God. Anyway, but he was really lovely to work with.
He's very lovely to work with. And so my scenes are always with him, and then who's ever sitting with him.
Right. So sometimes it's been Bob Odenkirk, and sometimes
other guesty guests. Oh, so this is chipotle powder going in.
Okay.
And then I put a quarter cup of oil and the turmeric in there.
Yum.
And I'm going to also add a teaspoon of this smoked paprika.
Yes.
And I'm going to tell you, while we're considering Mike, I'm going to add two of these preserved lemons that you can also just do thyme and oregano and oil and these lemons. And that would be a fabulous marinade too. So I decided to go Moroccan tonight. That's just me.
You're going a little Moroccan.
I'm going a little Moroccan. So the other thing is I'm not going to add the salt until after this little pasty coos together, because the lemons are already salty.
Right.
So I'm going to want to taste that first. All right. So now I'm going to grind in the coffee grinder.
And that's the coffee grinder that you only use for spices, not
only spices. Yes.
Not coffee.
Yeah, because you don't want your coffee tasting like coriander as much as you like it, Lisa.
No way. My coffee grinder stays only with the Java.
Yes, that smells good. So I'm going to now push this all in there. I have this little tiny brush, so I can get it all.
I love those grinder brushes. They get all the little remnants.
Yep, out of the nooks and crannies. And then this in the lid, because there's a lot in the lid too. Look how much is in the lid.
I know. Don't wash that stuff down the drain. There's good stuff in there.
Get your little brush out. Okay, so that's going in. And I think that's all I'm adding, right? Oh, no, honey. I have this. Here it is.
Oh, yummy. That's like what you're putting together is just one of my favorite combinations of flavors for meat. For meat, especially chicken.
Mm-hmm. Yum. All right, did I get everything? 1, 2, yeah. Okay. Now I'm going to blend.
Grind it up.
A very loud blender.
Wow, that's exciting.
That's pretty.
That's
all
beautiful.
Right. Isn't that a pretty paste?
Wow, that's so pretty. And that had the yogurt in it and everything?
Yep, yogurt, all the spices, honey, and the preserved lemon. So it made a paste. Yeah. So now I'm going to take my chicken, and it has been, actually I've had it soaking in a little bit of yogurt because I knew I wasn't going to be able to leave it in the marinade. You want to leave it in the marinade, I don't know, probably at least a half an hour, but maybe, an hour to a couple hours anyway. This is chicken thighs.
Okay.
And they've been soaking in a little yogurt and salt already. So the thing is, it's kind of like if you did it with buttermilk, it's got that sour component.
And it makes the meat moist so it doesn't dry out.
It starts to break it down, all the connective tissue and stuff.
So Brianna, I have to know this. When you're working with Mike,
excuse me,
does he, bless you, do you know how when you're a guest star and sometimes the stars don't want to rehearse and you show up, didn't he want to rehearse with you?
He does rehearse. I don't remember that. I think we rehearsed together once. He would not have been opposed to it if I wanted to.
So why didn't you? Just wanted it to be fresh?
It must be true because I'm sneezing my head off. Say that again.
So why didn't you ask him to rehearse? You just wanted it to be fresh, or why not?
Because I come kind of in between a lot of the dialogue that he already has with the guest person, or or the person he's sitting with. And so I usually would just leave them alone to go, do their thing. We've had a scene before he and I, or before the person, whoever it was in that scene came in. And we did rehearse.
Cool.
Yeah.
But he was like the type of actor that was open to you trying different things and,
Yeah, no, he's really open. And we had great conversations about art and family and all kinds of stuff.
Well, that's
he's really nice. Yeah, very nice guy.
I really hope that you do some romantic something for the last season of Better Call Saul. It would be so great if he had a romantic interest.
It would be.
Come on, Vince Gilligan. If you're watching, Vince Gilligan, the fans want this.
They do. Okay, so I cut the meat into chunks.
Okay.
Now it's going to sit in here. I'm going to leave it in here. I'll leave it in here for 30 minutes tonight because I already started to.
Okay.
There you go. Yeah. Because I already started to marinate it earlier. But that is going to make it taste phenomenal.
That's going to be so good. Now, say it's an electrical storm tonight and you can't do the grill.
Let's just pretend that happened.
So what if that happens? What's your plan B for this chicken?
Plan B is skewer it, put it on a cookie sheet, put it in the oven at 425 for, I don't know, about maybe, the pieces are kind of small. They shouldn't take any longer than like 15 minutes.
Okay.
So chicken wants to be, 165
degrees
as a temperature.
So if you don't do the grill outside, you can always bake
it in the oven. Yeah, just put it in the oven. Well, 425 is pretty high, so it's almost broiling, but not quite.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So that's That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
That's what you always say.
That is it.
I just want you to know I believe you.
Thank you. And this will keep in the refrigerator, so you can use it on other things for about probably, I would say, at least a week. The preserved lemons have a lot of salt in it. I guess I should have tasted it. Oh, here,
that's good to know that that it keeps and you could put it on other things.
It does not need. Oh my gosh, it's so delicious, and it does not need extra salt. I didn't add any more salt than was in here.
What else would be good with it?
Well, if I was going to skewer vegetables, I would roll my, zucchini in it maybe, and put it on the skewer. That would also be great on fish.
Oh yeah, fish.
Yeah, like a nice thick fish. I would do it there. I would think pork might be a good accompaniment with that too, like a pork loin or something.
Okay.
Yeah, I would. What do I know?
It sounds delicious, and when I look outside right now, it looks like it's going to rain and possibly have lightning.
Okay.
So I don't want you to skewer yourself tonight, okay?
No. Well, I have soaked my sticks. I'm good.
Oh yeah, they're wooden. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm good. Everything's good, and our grill is really literally right outside the door. So hopefully it'll be. Hopefully everything will be okay. So this is my little device that I get all the little cracks and crevices out of this.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
So in case you don't have that, I suppose I could have added some ginger to it, but wow, it is just phenomenal tasting.
It looks so good. Okay, somebody's asking. We have a fan. How about potatoes and cauliflower? That would be good on it too.
In that sauce, yes, they would. Oddly enough, I happen to have some potatoes.
And look at that, instant.
But I'm going to just toss those with oil and just cumin powder because I want them to be very crispy. So
yeah,
that is. So I do agree with you. Cauliflower would be awesome in that sauce.
Yeah, cauliflower would be good.
Mm-hmm. Yep, I agree.
Fantastic.
Whichever fan said that, I agree.
I don't know. I mean, I could check. Let's see. Oh, it's starting to drizzle according to my. Oh my God! Now I'm doing the weird double thing. Wait. Ah.
Oh yes, that was Debbie. Oh, hi Deb. Hi Milton. Bye Milton.
Hi Milton. Thanks for being a super fan.
Yeah, you guys are great. Anyway, Deb, I would try that on cauliflower. You bet.
Yeah, that sounds good. Cauliflower is so versatile. Who knew?
Yeah. Yeah, it would be good if you did like cauliflower steaks and marinated it in that, grilled them. Yum.
I'm going to be making tofu, I think, tonight.
You're making what?
Tofu of some kind, like grilled tofu, you know?
Yeah, I do. Yeah, no.
I got the vegetarians. This is what they put me through. When I do kabobs, it has to be tofu, and all I want to do is have some lamb.
You should put that on tofu. That would be fabulous on lamb. And this would be great on tofu.
I'll try it. I'll totally try it.
I mean, if you're going to grill it, but it would be great on lamb.
I know. That chicken and lamb are my favorite things to grill. I love it.
Delicious. Yes, it is. So, and then I guess we're gonna do that and watch an episode of Outlander and just go away.
Okay, I know it's such a great escape. Just tell me what season you're on and what episode, so I can be living vicariously through you.
Okay, we're season 2, about episodes. No, we're not quite that far. I think we're about 5 or 6.
What's happened? So what's happening in the story?
Oh, the baby.
The baby just happened. Faith.
Yeah, that was the last episode. The baby.
Okay, wasn't that an amazing tour de force of acting by Katrina Balfe? Oh my God.
It was so beautiful. So beautiful.
I know.
And I really like the way this series, and I think probably it's European series do it more than certainly American series. They really allow you to be in the scene. They're not like rushing out of it. So I've really enjoyed the pace of it. I have to say that it's languid in a way, where you, but not all the time. Certainly not all the time. But they're not afraid to let you linger in a scene.
Yeah. That season in particular, I just envy you when you're watching this series for the first time. I mean, I've watched it like 5 times in a row, the whole thing. But it's so good, and it's just like you really get to go to this other world, and it's how it must have been. They really do the historical research, and the novels are so detailed in the history that you're really there.
Yeah, it's fascinating to think about, and I've been thinking about cooking food from there.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Like what were they eating? Because there is a lot of eating that happens.
I don't know if they've had the thing yet. Did they have the banquet at their beautiful Parisian house for the Duke of Sandringham or whatever? Yeah.
Yes, and the big fight. Yes, they've had that.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I was thinking about. Like, what were they eating? What did the chefs prepare? You
see the mountains of like candied things and elaborate fruits and beautifully roasted meats and all that kind of stuff. It's so ornate.
Yes.
Like the times. I was going to ask you if you've seen this film. It's called A Little Chaos with Alan Rickman.
No.
Okay. Hello. It is.
I love Alan Rickman.
It was his last movie before he died, and it was his passion project. He directed it, acted in it, and I think he co-wrote it. And Kate Winslet stars in it, and it's about the time of Versailles. And she applies to be a gardener for the gardens in Versailles. And it's such a great little movie. Oh my God, I loved it. But you know what? There's a lot of food in there, I remember. And
what is it called again?
It's called A Little Chaos. It's on Amazon. It's so good.
Okay.
And if you like gardening, you will go berserk. It's so good.
Yeah, well, those gardens, every time I see them, even in Outlander, it's so beautiful.
And in Outlander, they filmed most of that in the Czech Republic.
Oh, really? I was wondering, actually, where they actually were.
They go to Paris, I think, because I'm a super fan and I do all the behind the scenes. I think they only filmed in Paris for 2 days because it's so expensive, and the entire rest of it was in Prague and outside of Prague.
Wow. Okay, here are my kabobs.
Woo! Oh yeah. Wait, zero in on that. I need to see it.
I have to wait for my cameraman because my hands are wet.
I'll fly in.
Cameraman. Oh yay. Oh my God, that's gonna be good.
They'll be really pretty, yeah. So I have the timer set for 30 minutes, so at least I know that I'm gonna have this on there for about 30.
Does it get crispy?
Yes, it should.
Mmm.
It should definitely be crispy. But, we'll see.
Someone's saying wild boar is what they ate back then.
Milton.
Was that Milton?
Milton.
I have made wild boar bolognese before, and it's delicious.
Wow. That sounds like it would be good.
It was. I would cook wild boar. You can get it at Sprouts, frozen.
Really?
Yep. It's
okay.
It's good.
So remember the scene in the season 1 where the boar gores that guy and she has to, that's why they want her to be the healer with the army and everything? Oh my God, that was so realistic.
Very intense. There are packs of wild boars running around in the South right now. And I think you can eat them.
Okay, someone said rather boring meat.
They're having a problem is all I can tell you. Here, I'm going to take you outside since you guys are still hanging around with me.
Okay. Are you going to show us your grill?
Yeah, I'll show you the grill. I can't go too far because I might lose connection. But see, I'm going out of my porch.
Okay.
And here's
For
my
those
grill.
of you who don't know, Debriana and David have an incredible garden outside. It is incredible.
Thank you. I don't know. Maybe if you stand there and can you see it?
Oh, I wish I were with you in your garden right now.
Yeah, those are the pots. Way over there behind are the tomatoes and the vegetable garden.
Nice.
And then these, remember I told you the roses?
Yeah.
The roses grow from Trader Joe's?
Yeah.
These are the roses.
Are you kidding me?
They were in pots. No.
That's how big they got?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, they're huge. Yeah. And that's our little peach tree and grapevine and apple tree that has no apples this year.
Talk about our circle, grass circle.
Oh, and here, I'll show you this. Because, our grass circle. See this grass circle?
Oh my God. It's so beautiful.
Well, those stones, each of those little yellow stones were on the tables for our wedding. And they had antipasta on them.
Okay, if I say it once, I'll say it again. # couple goals.
And then we came home and planted them in the yard. So that's our wedding circle.
That's wonderful.
Isn't that cute?
Wow. I love that.
So that's kind of our yard, sort of. That's the little tour. I can't really get you around that much. But I have been on the lookout for the squirrel. The squirrel is digging in
I'm going to get that squirrel.
Yeah. I'm going to Breaking Bad that freaking squirrel. All right, so now we're going back through.
Well, all I have to say is to wrap this episode up, I just think it's so cool that you got on one of the most iconic television series and best done television series of all time.
Thank you. I am beyond blessed and grateful to have been a part of that whole thing and hope to be a part of the last season.
Yes. We're hoping for it. So if you're watching and you want Fran to have a bigger part and have a thing with Mike romantically, please, contact Vince Gilligan and demand it.
#FranFans.
There you go.
All right, kids. Well, I will pray for the rain to hold off so I can grill my chickies.
Well, let us know how it goes because it looks really good.
I'll post a picture and the recipe.
Yay!
Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Have a good night, everybody. Stay safe. If you protest, please be safe.
Please be safe. There are crazy people out there.
Bring your leaf blowers. Yes, there's crazy people out there, even in Santa Fe.
I know.
Just
love each other, people. Just spread the love, please.
Love is love. Adios, amigos.
Love is the answer. Bye.
Bye.